Peace, infinite waters diving deep once again. We are out here in the heart of nature, baby. Beautiful day. Woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. How to stop making good friends, strangers, like it was all good just a week ago. How to never make those you care about grow so distant. That's the question that came in. Someone says they were great friends with someone. Now all of a sudden, they don't even know who they are. And we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? Yeah. That's a great question. I'm going to share with you what's helped me along my journey. Now, we need people. Anyone who says they don't need anybody, they must be a unicorn, okay? What happens when there are people that we care about and then all of a sudden they grow so distant? Okay, it happened to me along my journey a long time ago, and I'm going to share with you what I learned, what I found out, and how I solved this problem. Because a lot of people are going through it, right? What is stopping you from forming that incredible friendship, that relationship? It could even be with your family members, right? Certain people haven't spoken to their parents in like 10 years. They don't even know what they look like. Why is that, Ralph? Nobody knows. Okay, I'm going to share with you 10 simple ways that's helped me along my journey to not make great friends become strangers, right? Those you really care about. Now, what first helped me along my journey was to realize this. Before you speak, before you open your mouth to say something, right? It has to go through 3 gates. Ask yourself, is this kind, what I'm about to say? Probably not. Don't worry about it, okay? Is it truthful, and is it necessary? Because how friendships, connections, relationships, how they drift apart is through words, okay? Reverse words, swords, okay? Words are powerful. Words can cut you. They can also heal you. And however you talk to someone is either going to help out the situation or going to make it a whole lot worse. Okay? Just by something you said, now someone's taking it a whole nother way, and now look where you both are. Okay? So a simple word is just like, I get where you're coming from. Just saying that can do so much more than saying, you're wrong, I'm right. Okay? You're saying that to someone who was there for you at one point. And now all of a sudden you've said it, and now you don't want to take it back because you're hurt right now, okay? But by you saying that, now you're not talking for like 5 years. And it doesn't take much just to say, okay, I get where you're coming from. So ask yourself, whenever you speak to someone, is it kind? Is it necessary? And is it the truth? Because we just say a whole bunch of lies when we feel hurt, when we feel someone has wronged us, even if it's someone we care about, okay? Growing up, sometimes I would get in little debates with people in my family, and then I would say stuff which wasn't true. Okay, so you have to check yourself on a daily basis to say, okay, is this going through the 3 gates? Kind, truthful, and necessary. Is it necessary right now? Is it? We have to find out. Okay. What's the second simple way that helped me along my journey? Not to make great friends, people that you care about, become strangers. It's what I call foolish pride. Now, along my early journey, I had a bit of foolish pride, and I started to see, okay, I get it. You see, our whole entire lives, a lot of us, we develop this persona, and that's very difficult to break away from if you're not self-aware. I became self-aware and I realized, okay, I'm not this person, this persona, this mask I'm carrying around. But let's just say you actually believe you are this persona. So you develop what I call foolish pride. And then the other person develops what I call foolish pride as well. And it's your pride that drifts both of you apart from each other. Too much pride, and both of you aren't grounded to see actually, okay, we got something to share right now. Okay, because pride will even turn you against the cat down the road. You're like, I don't want to spend any time with the cat down the road because I'm too good for it. No. You don't want to be like that. Okay, the cat down the road is awesome. So I had to start realizing foolish pride comes about when people can't surrender. Okay, people can't admit that, okay, both of us need to check ourselves. We need to apologize. We need to go back and just take a hike together. Okay, can we do that? We can do that. Okay, let's put it all behind us. But you see, foolish pride will make you hold on to a grudge for not 1 year, but 3 years. For not 3 years, but 5 years. Until eventually you both realize that you haven't been talking to each other for this long, and both of you don't even know why. Okay, it could be even an old childhood friend. Okay, just because of foolish pride. So stop living in the mind so much, move down to your heart space. That's what's helped me along my journey. Okay, what's the third simple way to stop making people you care about become so distant? 7-day vegan challenge. I get it. And I know this is probably happening to you. When I shifted towards a plant-based diet 12 years ago, a lot of my family members were like, what are you doing? And I had to explain myself to say, okay, don't worry guys, I'm gonna get enough protein from chia. I'm gonna get enough protein from hemp, okay? Because they thought I was flipping crazy, okay? You're not gonna eat any animals? No eggs, right? It's bad enough when you tell your family you don't want to eat meat, okay? Let alone you don't want to eat any eggs or milk, drink milk or whatnot, okay? I was doing the whole lot. I was going radical, but actually it wasn't, okay? That was just me moving towards a better lifestyle, okay? And I've started to realize, because of me becoming a vegan, eating a plant-based diet, it started to affect my relationships, even with my family, even with my partner at the time, okay? Because they weren't eating what I was eating. And I started to realize, okay, certain people I care about, just because of what I'm eating, we are drifting apart. So when they would invite me to go out to a restaurant, I would be like, at first I'll be like, no, I can't do it because there is nothing there on the vegan menu. Then I started to realize, wait a minute, it means I have to literally turn down every invitation. That's not good. Okay, so what helped me was to say, actually, look, I can invite them to I can invite them to come out with me to eat, and I can go out with them to eat, and I'll just drink some green tea. Okay, and that's what I did. And then the relationships they became better until eventually family members, they got it. They were like, okay, Ralph eats grass, watercress actually, right? That's great. Kale, yes. And then they started to become more open-minded till, in fact, a lot of them started to transition towards a plant-based diet. That's what happens through reconciliation. Slow motion this side. What's number 4? The fourth way, simple way, okay, to not make great friends become strangers. It was all good just a week ago, a few days ago, a few seconds ago. Is this daily watering? That's what's helped me along my journey. You see, the longer you don't talk to someone, that's fine. That can work, but that has to be a super deep connection. you see. And a lot of the times, just that daily watering can do so much. Just a message, like I'm always sharing messages, so my friends get to see me every single day, right? That's enough, okay? You want to share a message. Sometimes, even if you're not talking to them every single day, just keep sharing what you're sharing so they can see you. But daily watering is where you can call them, you can meet them up just for a breakfast. We ain't even had breakfast yet, so go and have it, okay? Daily watering, you pay them a compliment, you send them something in the post, you write a letter. Who does that anymore? Nobody knows, okay? Send them an email if you want to do that, right? Daily watering does so much, like show them, okay? Show them that you care through action. Words are great, but show them through action as well. And it does a lot. Daily watering, like always show people how much you care whenever you get the chance. What's the fifth simple way? To stop making great friends become strangers. Now, I've spoken about foolish pride, how that creates separation, right? Let's talk about the ego, which I always say is what is one of the primary reasons why people don't talk to each other who were once friends for like 8 years. Okay, the ego creates separation, period. And a lot of us, we actually believe we are egos. So sometimes when we're actually with certain people, in the presence of certain people, our ego takes over and it changes us. It transforms us into totally different people. And it doesn't allow us to surrender, okay? Because only the heart can do that. Slow motion this side. And I would realize along my early journey when I would sometimes be in the ego a lot. And the ego is not negative, by the way, it's for our survival. It's just that once you start identifying solely with the ego, it becomes a problem. We'll come to that later. So I started to realize, okay, I'm living upstairs. I'm in my ego. I'm all about survival. And because of that, people I care about, I didn't have time for. And a lot of people say I don't have time, but there is always time. It's just a matter of priorities. Okay, so I started to realize if you are in the heart space, and that's why it's so important to realize how important it is to open your heart chakra. You surrender totally. That's why children are so open to other children, okay? Because they haven't formed that massive ego yet, okay? Because once again, children do get a lot of things done for them, so they don't have to worry about surviving. But once you're into the wide world, massive arena, okay, a lot of people working, they got bills to pay, babies to feed, okay? So the ego is always like, I gotta survive. So you move out of your heart space, and now people that you care about, you grow distant. So to start coming closer together, start living more in your heart space. Take a deep breath, baby. Number 6, okay, the 6th way, simple way that helped me along my journey to not make great friends become strangers, baby, is to realize that it's okay. It's okay to be absent, okay, even from great friends, family members, partners, to make people appreciate your true worth. Because once people are absent, you start to realize, okay, wow, this person, this amazing being, I've just been taking them for granted for so long, okay? And what really helped me along my journey was to say, absence is not a negative thing, okay? That's actually what brings people closer together. So don't feel, okay, because you're not talking to them, it's a bad thing. Just realize, actually now, how much you really miss them. Okay, own up to it. Say, yeah, I really miss you. Can we talk? Yeah, and then just talk to them, meet them up, and then everything is all beautiful. Okay, so The absence, embrace it. Okay, if you're not talking, embrace it, and then reflect upon how much they actually mean to you. Okay, how much you miss them. Own up to it, because foolish pride will make you feel like you don't even miss them when you really do. You really do. You really do. Even the cat down the road knows you do. Come off it. Okay. What's number 7, baby? The 7th simple way to stop making people you care about grow so distant. Do you have a common interest? This is what's helped me along my journey. I know that certain people come into our lives for a reason, and sometimes it's a lesson, and sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's for a short time, sometimes it's for a long time. And that's fine, because everything happens for a reason. You don't want to be in resistance to it. It's just that if you have an interest, both of you have an interest, okay, chances are you're going to come closer together. And chances are it was a real, authentic relationship to begin with. If you are growing apart, chances are your friendship, your connection, your relationship was already built on a shaky foundation to begin with. Meaning there was nothing both of you had to talk about in the first place. So I'm a deep diver. I inspire millions to become their greatest version. Now, I know other people who are doing similar things. I got friends who we're always diving deep with. I'm always diving deep with, okay? And sometimes if I say, okay, I haven't spoken to this person for like 2 years, oh my gosh, don't worry about it. I just say, yeah, wait a minute. We forgot that conversation on the Akashic records, okay? Then we're right back in it. Then we are right back in it, okay? Because area of interest, whenever you both are passionate about something, you grow closer together, okay? So that's how you do it. Remember how passionate they got you. Remember the people who inspired you along your journey, the people that helped you when no one else was around. These are the people you got to honor, baby. What's number 8? How to stop making great friends become strangers. Know their worth. Honor their worth, right? A lot of people don't realize how people actually impact them. Like my mentor, when I was going through a really rough time, even my mom, right? These are people who I gotta pay homage to because they helped me in a very, very bad situation. Okay, when I was lost, confused, right? So let's just say that happened to a great friend of mine. Certain times it has. I've had great friends who I'm like, wait a minute, they really impacted my life. I can't let these people disappear like that. It's just not gonna happen. Okay, so I say it's not gonna happen because I know their worth and I honor what they've done for me. Okay, so you gotta really be very meditative about it, very contemplative about it, right? Contemplate on everything they've done for you and what you've done for them and how you feel when you are around them. Slow motion this side. How you feel when you are around them. Not what you're thinking right now because you're probably really annoyed. How you feel when you are around them, okay? Then all of this memory will come back to you, these memories of euphoria, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what am I doing right now? They're amazing, and you're amazing, and then it all becomes beautiful, baby. What's number 9? A deed. A deed is everything, right? What helped me along my journey was to say, I've been there for a lot of friends. I've been there for a lot of people worldwide. And a lot of people have been there for me. And I know there are people who will always be there for me. Even people who I've never met just because my videos reach millions, okay? But a deed is everything, right? I got people who send me gifts, paintings. I'm like, wow, I'm blown away. Okay? So a small gesture can go a long way. You never forget the person that picked you up at the airport when all your other friends let you down, do you? No, you don't, right? because a taxi was really expensive. So when you find yourself growing apart from that person, just remember that good deed they did for you. And remember a good deed you did for them. And then both of you sing Kumbaya under a tree. You don't want to sing Kumbaya? You don't have to. Just sit there. Woo, and get high, baby. And what's number 10? How to stop making people you care about grow so distant, baby. Become your greatest version. What's helped me along my journey is this. Certain times, even your best friends, even your partner, even your family, okay, even just your next door neighbors, right? Everybody on the planet is going through something you know nothing about. You don't even want to know. You don't even have a clue. You don't even have the faintest idea the mess they've gotten themselves into. Okay? So when you see them, you're like, huh? Why don't they pay me any attention? Well, they got fire up their backside for one, right? They are going through something. And what's helped me is to realize I get it. Okay, I've got certain friends and certain times they're not as reciprocal as I am. I'm a Pisces, which means I'm always giving, right? I'm always sharing naturally. And certain times I share with people, they don't reciprocate. And I'm like, okay, that's not fair. Then I'm like, wait a minute. I got to see the bigger picture. I get it. Maybe they are going through something so crazy right now, I wouldn't believe it. And chances are they are. And guess what? They are. Okay? Yes, there are a few lazy ones. Don't worry about it. But a lot of people are going through stuff. Certain people, they got family issues, drama. So you got to take into consideration other people's states of emotional, mental, and physical health. Okay, not everybody can always be there because they're dealing with something. So it's up to you to recognize that and always just realize that people always come around. Just give it time, be patient, and then both of you can form a better relationship, a better connection. But if you really want to come closer to people who you've both grown so far apart, just once again, focus on the people who are always helping you along your journey, who are always inspiring you along your journey, who are always saying, "Feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello?" Have a beautiful day. We're out here in nature. We're out here, baby. We're out here in nature, baby. It's so windy and beautiful. I don't know whether to dance or smile. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You.